Kevin Byard just gets to Philadelphia, and Sean Desai already telling us his plans. Also, Micah Parsons had high praise for the Birds and calls them #1. Plus, we get an update on Jalen Hurts Knee, why he was limping, and the knee brace story. But we not just stopping there. The Eagles defense was elite, and cornerback Eli Ricks is deserving of more playing time. The whole defense got to be talked about, but we can't forget with the hurt knee what Jalen Hurts did down the stretch, and the Niners lost to the Vikings, showing the Eagles are really #1. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast, and today we got a lot to get into, but before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all for a favor? Help your boy out. Hit that like button for 6 and 1. Subscribe and ding that bell. That way you're notified when we drop these videos or go live. KB's in the building. Newly acquired safety Kevin Byard arrived in Philly back home. He first checks in with Sean Desai. Then he goes see the guy who traded for him, Howie Roseman, and finishes with Nick Sirianni. Look what he said here. Glad to be here, man. Why wouldn't he be glad to be here? He's back home in Philly with a team that he feels like he could win a championship with. It's not just Philly Mike saying, look what he said. Darius Slay tweeted, just got better, less work, at Kevin Byard, yes sir. And KB Kevin Byard quote tweeted it and said, I always admire your game from afar. Now we teammates, let's go win it all this year. Again, he knows who he is. He knows who he's playing for. He idolized Brian Dawkins growing up, and now he gets to play his role and complete something that B-Dawk, great player, couldn't do, win us a chip. Remember, this report came out on Saturday. Howie Roseman is working the phones and is specifically targeting the safety ahead of the trade deadline per DM Rusani. This came out on Saturday, and on Monday, after a huge win, KB, welcome to Philly. Now, that ain't the only thing, right? With the Eagles being who they are at 6 and 1 and trading for Kevin Byard. Listen what Micah Parsons says. The best player on the Cowboys got the Eagles as the #1 team, and he said, we have no weaknesses.
#1 will have to be the Philadelphia Eagles. No one has stopped the tush push yet. Devonta Smith could be A.J. Brown's #1 receiver. Jason Kelsey, Hall of Famer. Lane Johnson will be a Hall of Famer. They're very special. Their DB core, Darius Slay, crazy talent. James Bradbury, and I know you saw the trade. They just got Kevin Byard. Very special to see. Obviously, I know I was high on Jalen Carter before he even got the Philly. I don't know how he fell to them. Without a doubt, very special group. It's very special to see what they've done. And they still have Reddick. They still have Sweat. I don't believe they have any weaknesses on their team.
Well, there you go. From top to bottom, the Eagles are the best team per Micah Parsons, right? At the end of the day, we know what Howie's about, Nick Sirianni, and all these players as he named. Let's speak a little bit more about Kevin Byard. Sean Desai had a lot to say. He's excited. He's ready. And he talked about how versatile this kid is. He knows exactly how he wants to use them.
Yeah, he's obviously a great veteran, had a lot of success in this league, has played in a lot of different defenses, really smart, great leader. I've gotten great reports out of it, so really excited to get him into the room and get him going.
What will the process be like trying to integrate him?
Pretty similar to the process we've had these last few weeks of getting different guys ready to play in the back end. The great thing is he's got a lot of wealth of experience that he can rely on. So we anticipate being pretty smooth. Coach McDonald will meet with him extra, and Coach Johnson and Coach Williams they'll all get with him extra, like we have been with a lot of the guys. And so he'll be kind of just on par with that.
You have experience playing in a couple of different spots on defense, deep in the box and the slot. I guess how much does that versatility? How much of a resource is it for you?
Yeah, I think you've seen it really with our defense over these first 7 weeks. Is we value that. We teach that way, we train it, and that's kind of how our system has been installed. And so he'll fit right into that. And then as we grow with him in this defense, do what we feel like he's best at and what he feels he's best at.
Key word, we going to figure out quickly what he's best at. But the bottom line is he's really good at everything, so it won't be hard to figure that out. Now, let's actually get to the football game. So much on the trade and all that hype. We forgot to talk about how we got to 6 and 1, the best win of the year. Kudos to Sean Desai, Eli Ricks, the whole defense, the D-line. Let's get to it. So the Eagles started with a few runs to DeAndre Swift. Then on 3rd and 8, hit Dallas Goedert for a crucial first down to extend the drive. They didn't stop there, went right back to Dallas Goedert from the pocket, getting us inside the 10, where, of course, the Eagles have been struggling for sure. Brian Johnson, who did call the game better in its totality, struggled on the first drive in the red zone, doing a quarterback keep over Jalen Hurts, nowhere. A run up the middle with Kenny G, nowhere. And then on 3rd and 6 in the goal line, we all knew what was coming, a QB draw, so we end up settling for a field goal. On the Dolphins' first possession, they tried to establish the run, and Hassan Reddick and his D-line said no, stopping that right from the gate. They weren't able to do that. Then on 3rd 15, pressure up the middle and from Sweat, gets an incompletion. Sweat was nice in this game too, but we got to look at what Jalen Carter did here, right? That bull rush made Tua go outside for Sweat to get the pressure. Jalen Carter and Josh Sweat big on this play. Let's hear what Josh Sweat thinks about the vibe and playing under Sean Desai.
He's putting us in the best situation possible for everybody to showcase their ability. I like to play goal. I think he's letting us be free and just run around and do what we want. Obviously within the scheme, but we can be free.
He loves the freedom of the defense, and he specifically said the play calling. Sean Desai, the last couple games, have been putting on a masterclass calling these games with all the exchangeable pieces in the secondary, but the D-line has been the bread and butter. They also asked Josh Sweat, what are you most impressed about from Sean Desai?
He's not scared. he's still just doing what he does, and it doesn't matter the team. He's not gonna let it just get to him and get out of character.
Straight to the point. He's not scared. I like the way he blitzes, the style in which he blitzes. He is what we need as a DC, bringing the physicality back to Eagles football. In Kelly Green, we look like old school gang green. Did you see what we did to them boys? Eagles defense versus the #1 ranked rushing and passing offense. They went 4 of 13 on 3rd down and 4th down. Should have been even fewer. Only 48 rushing yards, 10 points on 8 drives. Josh Sweat also called out Miami. He pretty much said they're great players, great team, but they ain't never play no one like us.
We knew it would come down to us. We've seen what they've been doing. We know the playmakers they had, but I don't think they played anybody like us. Like the way we attack, like I said, put us in the best situations to just pretty much take care of it. We made plays when it mattered.
I still think that Miami offense is good, but when the Eagles defense get all together, including KB, Kevin Byard, yeah, teams are not going to be able to say they faced a defense like the Philadelphia Eagles under Sean Desai. Let's get back to the game. So the Eagles get the ball back after a Dolphins punt, and Jalen Hurts holds the ball and fumbles. Just got to get the ball out of your hands fast, and if you do get tackled, you cannot fumble. Dolphins recover, but the Eagles defense pressure into Tua's face. Slay able to tackle Tyreek Hill out of bounds, leads them to a field goal attempt. Eagles drive down the field and drop a screen to Dallas Goedert with Jordan Mailata blocking in front. Great design on that from Brian Johnson. So the Dolphins get the ball back and try to continue to run. Next Eagles possession, Hurts finds Julio Jones for the first time. It looked nice. Only a minimal gain of about 3, but it is his first catch with the Eagles. Then this is the play that people saw Jalen Hurts limping, right? He had to put on a knee brace at halftime, but he did say it didn't come from this game. There's a lot of unknown as it pertains to that injury. Let's hear from Jalen Hurts first.
It looked like you were a little hollow.
I'll be fine.
You ended up putting a brace on Jalen during the game.
I did.
Is that anything you think that will affect you going forward?
I hope not.
Did it happen in game or?
No.
Now, Jalen Hurts is not one to sugarcoat and or lie on the podium. However, he said it didn't happen this game. So when did it happen? Why did you not need the brace in the first half, but needed it in the second half? Regardless, if you didn't get hurt in this, something aggravated an already previous injury. Nick Sirianni gave us a update. This is the furthest update we know physically as it pertains to Jalen Hurts' knee.
Hey, Nick, what's the update on Jalen Hurts' knee? And did he need any additional evaluation or testing this morning on it?
He seemed like he was in good spirits and good today. We'll see later in the week of how he's feeling and everything. I know that he was, battled through being uncomfortable yesterday. He can answer some of those questions as far as how he felt and all those different things. I just know that this guy is tough as nails and is going to do everything he can do to help our football team win. And he knows to help our football team win, he's got to be on the field. And just credit to him for him playing one of his better games this season through some discomfort that he had yesterday.
Not much from there. It's pretty much discomfort, painful. Is he going to be able to play through it? Is there not a bone hurt, a ligament? Nothing X-rayable, it looks like, just some discomfort. But a lot of people said that Jalen Hurts has been running slower this whole season. So how far has this knee been bothering him, and where did it happen? We did hear A.J. Brown talk a little bit right after the game, and he keeps trying to say, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with him, but then he keeps saying there was something wrong with him.
Man, he's real tough, man. I don't want to put his business out there, but just know he's a tough individual, man. And, he's putting us in good positions to win, and he gave me opportunity, stood in the pocket tall, and, I had to make the catch for him. So, when your general is fighting through stuff, it give you a little extra, to fight through or to get it done. He's standing tall in the pocket. He doing what he needs to do. And he's leading us. So, whenever you see him fighting through adversity, it give us momentum. It give us energy. We gotta do it. So, not to say something wrong with him, but, so yeah.
Again, multiple times, he was dealing through something, going through adversity. Give him credit, but there's nothing wrong with him. Again, it's a player having a player back, but he is kind of putting his business out there without really putting his business out there. All I know is we play the Commanders next week. We are #1 in the NFC. Real quick, I said this on Twitter in the morning. Eagles lose to the Jets and respond by beating the Dolphins. The 49ers lose to the Browns with P.J. Walker and respond by losing to the Vikings. The Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFC. And oh yeah, by the way, we just keep getting better, adding KB, Kevin Byard, 6-1, Howie, Roseman, assemble. Now let's get back to the game. Same possession, Hurts drops back and finds Devonta Smith for a crucial first down. Defenders all over him, but he catches it. Then Jalen Hurts drops back, fakes it to Swift, tries to get it to Smitty, but the ball is tipped, almost picked off. Good job from Smith not allowing that. And then we see Jalen Hurts on 4th and 3. Guy almost gets him, but Jalen Hurts turns into the playmaker he is, rolls to the right, throws the ball to A.J. Brown, who almost scores, but the brotherly shove gets in. So the next Dolphins possession, they convert on a 3rd and 18 slay in the vicinity. Tua just threw a beautiful ball to the sideline. Now he drops back, pump fakes, and he gets sacked by Nolan Smith. The first sack of his young career. We should see him a lot more. Next play, Tua going deep to Tyreek Hill. The last play you'll ever see from Terrell Edmunds. I don't know why he was playing so underneath. 3rd quarter, first play, right back to Tyreek Hill. He was the only one really doing anything. Then Tua tried to throw it out to the flats, and Hassan Reddick said, not on my watch. Lastly, you get the 4th and 3. Should have been a flag. I'm not going to lie. There were some bad calls in this game, but it wasn't enough. Like, there wasn't enough bad calls to say this is the only reason the Eagles dominated. And guess what? Karma came back to bite us. 4th and 3, bad play. Should have been called a flag, first down. Eagles get the ball, but y'all know what happens next. Jalen Hurts drops back, man in his face, should have never threw it, and it tips to number 55. He walks in for a pick 6, scoring the last points for the Dolphins. Hurts gets the ball back, and he runs up the middle on a crucial play. This was big time because you had to respond after the pick 6. Then he drops back, steps up in the pocket, buying time for Devonta Smith on a big 3rd down, trying to respond from the pick 6, finds old reliable Dallas Goedert for another crucial first down. Then Hurts drops back and finds A.J. Brown, who splits 2 defenders, perfectly thrown ball so he can split through the 2 defenders. Next possession for the Dolphins, dropping back. Tua gonna find a wide receiver to the sideline, then drops back, throws off his back foot, and big play Slay gets the INT. Just a ill-advised throw, but the pressure made the throw. Slay cleans it up. That turnover was crucial because you just never know with a dynamic offense like that, but that just killed anything the Dolphins had just on the sideline. You could see it in their face. And of course, the Eagles needing to respond just to put the nail in the coffin. They do with guess what play? The brotherly shove. 4th and 1 at our 26, convert, and then another brotherly shove on 4th down. Back-to-back brotherly shoves gets us where we need to be. And then Jalen Hurts stands tall in the pocket, pulls the trigger, a dot to 1K always open. I mean, you can't throw it better than that. And that right there set us up for the Kenny G spin-a-Rooney touchdown. And from there on, the defense ate. First, Jordan Davis and Fletch with a sack, and then Josh Sweat comes in and cleans it up. And then on 4th and 10, last chance, try to find Tyreek Hill, and Eli Ricks gets the PBU. He was phenomenal, closing it out with a Jalen Hurts kneel. Now that pass to Tyreek Hill wasn't enough for a 1st down, but you know who Tyreek Hill is. He catches that, shakes a defender. Who knows what could have happened, but Eli Ricks was on him like white on rice. He actually guarded him 3 times in this game. 0 catches and 1 PBU. But let's look at Eli Ricks in a bigger light, right? He's played 39 snaps through 4 games. Let's take a look. 39 total snaps through 4 games has been locked down. 7 targets, 2 receptions allowed, 30 yards, 0 touchdowns allowed, 1 pass defended, and a 46.3 average passer rating allowed. Mind you, that's playing guys like Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill. Again, it's only 39 snaps, a small sample size, but this is a UDFA who has so much potential. I think he can fight for some snaps in the slot, even when Roby comes back, depending on how good things shape up. However, he's one of our future corners. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's only going to grow. He's a dog. He's hungry. He's here to stay. This Eagles team got a lot to look forward, future and present, but we going to live in the present. We got Howie, we got Kevin Byard, and we 6-1. It's as simple as that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. Drop the muscle emoji if you got nothing to say. Remember the jersey giveaway this weekend. Don't forget to help your boy out. Hit the like. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. Subscribe and join Notification Gang. We can now see how many people are part of Notification Gang. We trying to grow that as much as possible. Until next time, you know what time it is. 1 second. Sorry for the lack of content. Like I said, work's been crazy, but you know we going to get back to the regular scheduled program closer to the end of the week. I got mad love for y'all. We out.